I'm Dante, this is Dante Dakada, and it's been a while. I had a bit of preparation paralysis while preparing for this video, so I want to talk about my work week. And there's some variance to it, so it's kind of the best way I could do it was to record a bunch and then kind of distill it down to its most average or its most interesting parts. I don't want to say most interesting parts because every day is interesting, so I just kind of do the average interest. And so I brought to you a lesson, an observation, as well as a day off, a week where I have an observation, a week where I have a day off, and a week of just kind of lessons, and distill that into kind of 5 days of work. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please let me know below. If you haven't already, subscribe. And if you like any parts of the video, then smash the like button because it helps people to see the story. Like I said, stories are everywhere. Like I said in other videos, I haven't said that in a while. Anyway, stories are everywhere, and I'm happy that you are a part of this one. So check out the chapters here. You can see everything that's going on, and yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. So a rare Monday off for me, and I want to get some schoolwork done, not work, but my classwork done. So I'm in Nakameguro. I'm gonna head to the Roastery, get some work done there. I like kind of traveling outside of my house to be productive, and I love this area. Kind of do some scouting. Maybe I want to live here. We'll see. But yeah, let's get to it.
Tugging my problems, meditating my silence. But I keep pushing my pen, rotating my stylus. Brokenness feeling like sin, now no breath, low dollar. Used to be left on red, now all the girls go holler. Now all the girls go follow. All the fake fans gon' pile up. I need peace to borrow, get that shit right back tomorrow. Somehow all the fans go bravo. Smile so much to hide my sorrows. Faith is shaky in vibrato. I can't hold a frown too long. I can't stay down too long. Running from pain, running from strain, running from things, running from schemes. Couple things I know, couple things I show, couple things I know. I can tell you my problems, I can tell you my sins, I can tell you my problems. I'm uncomfortable in my skin, I'm uncomfortable with my ends, I'm uncomfortable with my friends, I'm uncomfortable with my drinking, I'm uncomfortable with my thinking, I'm uncomfortable with my ways, I'm uncomfortable in this space, I'm uncomfortable on good days, I'm uncomfortable on bad days, I'm uncomfortable with my soul, I'm uncomfortable with my heart, I'm uncomfortable with myself, I'm uncomfortable with my heart, I'm uncomfortable with my thoughts, I'm uncomfortable with my feelings, and sadly I'm uncomfortable with healing. I can't hold a frown too long, I can't stay down too long.
So my commute is about 45 minutes from door to door on a normal day. Today it'll be about an hour because I have to walk 20 minutes from the station. And all of that's paid for, by the way. My commute is paid for by the company perk. So while I live in the Ueno area, it's free for me to go free for me to go from here to work. The train pass system is like super convenient because anything along that train line is free up until the station for which I get off at. So I really can't complain at all about the transportation system for me. So do you remember that time when I said that there was no problem with transportation? Yeah, I remember that time because it was just like 3 seconds ago. Well, there's a problem. The entire line went down because of safety reasons. So I can either A, take a cab, which is impossible because all the cabs are reserved right now because the entire fucking line is down, or B, walk to my connecting station, which I am attempting to do, and make my change my trains there. Incredibly infuriating, but this is why you leave early. I always leave 30 minutes early for this exact reason, because as trustworthy as the train system is, no system is without failure. So let me hurry up. So I made it to the city, and I'm right on time. So I'm gonna take a cab instead of walking, and I'll walk back. So I arrived early at my observation, so I'm going to start to get prepped for the observation. I have my tablet here, which I use for work and everything else. And it doesn't look very professional, but it gets the kids' interests. So what I'm going to be doing is an observation sheet, which I'll probably superimpose over my face, just to give you guys an idea of what it looks like. But basically, I'll be looking at their teaching competencies, and these are split up into a bunch of different criterias. Their planning and presentation, their gestures, body language, presence, speaking level and speed, clarity of instruction, student engagement, interaction with students, adherence to objectives, and digital resources, as well as looking at their work style, seeing how they work with the school that they're with. And we have a couple of work style standards. After that, we'll have a meeting in the same room and do some feedback, see what they're good with, see what they can improve on, and go from there. So I'm gonna set up that sheet now, which I just have it here, already set up, which you can't see. Anyway, and when in the classroom, I'll jot notes down on this while he's doing a lesson with the Japanese teacher of English, who is actually my former mentor. So yeah, really set up and ready to go. I'm just waiting there's a Japanese staff member that's going to come here. I think he wants to look at the school for some reason. A lot of the schools in this area are very interesting to outsiders. So yeah, there's always observers going in and out of my school whenever I'm here, or whenever I'm at my school, and there's a lot of observers that go to the other schools in the area. So I'll check back in with you guys after we're finished. Okay, so finished doing the observation, and it was good. We had our feedback session, and feedback was fun. Talked about ways to engage students, like with their emotional intelligence, not just their linguistic intelligence, to kind of create a bridge between what they understand and what they don't understand. Yeah, just talked about the state of English in the city and how we can make it better at our school, and by virtue of that fact, make it better everywhere. So, very productive conversation. I think it's important to note that while this is a part of my job to come do these observations, the manner at which I do them, I kind of deviate from the book, in that, I ask the teachers, like, what do you want? Like, what do you want from your life? Do you want to keep teaching? And like, if so, like, what kind of teaching do you want to do? And then after that, then we get into like the lesson, because sometimes like they'll want to teach forever. Okay, cool. But sometimes they won't. And so it's like, how do the skills that you cultivate in the classroom translate to real life, or translate into the life that you want? And so like, a lot of the times it's just kind of understanding other industries and understanding other jobs and things like that, that might be sought after when they're, done with Interact. A lot of people use Interact as a transitional tool to do what they want to do in Japan, and that's fine. I mean, I know not everybody's into education, and honestly, sometimes I don't think Interact's into education. But like, we need to be giving people the tools that they need to get to where they want to go. And the only way to do that is by asking them flat out, what do you want? And then after asking what do they want, then give them what they need. And I, this year, have really been practical about that fact because, I'm tired of leaders that are only leaders in title. I was in the military. I know what a good leader is. I know what a shitty leader is. I know what an effective leader is. I know what an ineffective leader is. And if you're going to call yourself a head teacher, a consulting head teacher, a supervisory head teacher, any kind of leader, you need to be doing the little things to help people's lives become better or become what they want them to be. So I'm back home, and my day's not over yet. I'm going to write up a report on the feedback I just did, and that'll be the end of the day. But first, I'm going to do lunch, and by doing lunch, it's like an hour I should take for lunch, but kind of want to go to the gym, so we'll see how it all pans out. All right, hello everyone, it's Tuesday morning, headed back to school. I usually leave around 6:20, 6:30ish, get there about 7:30. Actually, I probably get there about 7:15. And today, I think I have 5 periods of classes. A bunch of my students are gone because they have their ski trip. It's my first year, so they're gone because they have the ski trip. So I have just second year and third year today. And I'm teaching a really cool lesson, which we'll talk about once I get to school.
Passengers going to Aoi, Hokucho, the JR Joban line, the Tohoku Skytree line. We will soon stop at Kita Central, TX5. The doors on the right side will open. The stop.
So I just got in and I got a gift from the teachers. Good value. And the note says, thank you for teaching third graders. I'm a Silent State teacher this year, and this is a gift. Very kind, very, very kind, too kind. This week, I used a story in the third year textbook about Steve Jobs to teach listening and reading comprehension, but I, as usual, expanded it into a self-enrichment lesson. The material was made for a 3-part class. Class 1 was about connecting the dots.
The dots don't stop here. It can be a circle. So you can go abroad and then go to college and go to work. Do field training and then go to work. Go to college and then go to work. So it's more work on it to go. There are many different ways.
It describes how Steve Jobs' college interests connected to his works with Apple later on. I had students think about how their interests connect and change, then talk about them in English.
It's not just, baseball is fun. Like, I want to teach in the future. Why? I like kids. I like talking.
Of course, things don't connect immediately, but life will give you chances if you seek them to connect.
What did you like?
Things you enjoy.
What did you like?
Or what did you like to do?
What did you like to do
when you were
when you were
a little kid?
a little kid?
When I was a kid, I liked two things. One was crazy and one was okay. The crazy thing was fire. Loved fire. Super crazy. I was a 5-year-old boy. I was like, ah, fire.
Yes.
Like, yeah, it was very, very crazy. I was like, it became one of the most successful animation studios in the world.
Class 2 was about love and loss. Not romantic love, of course, but the love of your work. This is important considering the emphasis put on Japanese people giving their everything to work. The story outlines Steve Jobs getting fired, then starting Pixar. I discussed failure, and I have failed many times at life. And I use those failures to entreat the students to examine their own and the cost of avoiding failure and loss by not challenging themselves.
More skills. Yes. Get money. To help people. Yeah, to communicate with other people. There's always something good. Find it. You get that good thing, that happy thing, the fun thing, the thing you love. Find it, hold on to it. When things get bad, and they always do, there will always be a bad moment. Remember the good thing. Okay. I'm okay. For me, that's you. My good thing is this. We have no more English to teach.
Class 3 was about death. Steve Jobs knew he was dying, so he lived and chose what to do intentionally until the very end. He followed an inner voice. I helped students find their inner voice by using questions they could ask themselves daily to affirm that they are following that inner voice. I feel like that's going to be important later on. Many students were enthralled by the stories. They were surprised by my unconventional journey. College dropout, military member, retired vet, English teacher. Hell of a journey for sure. After class, many students had follow-up questions and comments. If they remember nothing else, I just want them to remember to be happy with who they are and the life that they choose.
Listen to your inner voice. Trust yourself. Find happiness. And you'll be cool.
It's snowing, guys. Finally, snow. I hate when it's cold for no reason. So if it's cold and snowy, I'm happy. Unfortunately, though, not enough accumulation to stop me from having to go to school, so no snow days for me. But I'm like a kid. I love the snow. So it's Friday. Have a few more classes to do before my week is over. Some admin work to do as well. I'm unsure as to where I'm gonna cut this video. If I'm gonna show you guys the weekend or not. Guess I will show you guys the weekend. But it's been a long week and an emotional week. Those lessons take a lot out of me because it's a lot of introspection and getting the students to learn introspection, which is really important for them to kind of develop as human beings. I think that as a teacher, it's really important to teach skills that can be used, not just, language skills, but life skills that they can use. And being given the opportunity to do that with the source material. So I ran with it, and it's a lesson that the school loves that I teach. So it's really cool. I was glad that I was able to kind of give you guys a window into what goes on in a third-year classroom at the end of it all when they're all finished. I'm preparing them for the next little trip. And of course, I had other lessons too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, we are leaving school. It's Tyler. Ty. Yeah. How was school?
It's great.
It's great.
Yeah. How was your class?
My classes were work. I had assignments today. Who did you have today?
I had first year and second years.
First year and second years. Who's crazier, first year or second year?
Oh, first year.
First year.
Easy.
Who talks more, first year or second year?
First year.
First year every time. Who talks to you more outside of school?
First year.
First year, yeah. What club are you in?
Soccer.
Yes, this guy right here. Great soccer player. So, who's the best soccer player? Don't say it. Never mind. Don't say it. Like, because if they watch this and they see that he says that they're the best soccer player, like the other soccer player is gonna beat him up. So, let's not go there. What's your favorite part about teaching?
Interacting with kids.
Interacting with kids. Okay. So, what's the most difficult part of teaching?
Getting them to talk.
I think you're not talking about the first years, right?
No, definitely not the first years. The first years
Yeah.
you can talk about anything.
Yep, that's difficult. Yeah. Yeah, no, that is really difficult. It's actually more difficult for the third years. It's actually more difficult for the third years than it is for the first. For the second, yeah. But yeah, that's really, really difficult. Okay, so what's the best part of what's the easiest part of your job? Best or not? What's the easiest
part? Reading the book.
Yeah, reading the textbook is kind of easy.
Yeah.
Okay. What's an unexpected win or an unexpected thing from the teaching job?
Unexpected.
Yeah.
Let's see. How much fun it is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So did you think it was just gonna be all work and no fun?
Well, no, I thought there'd be fun, but I thought there'd be more work.
You can have my work.
I have work.
Okay.
I gotta, you know.
Yeah, you do have work. Yeah, especially now with the presentation coming up.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Yeah, so those of you who don't know, because I talked about him before, he is my best friend from, well, we were in the military together. Look, doesn't he look military?
Yeah.
Look at him, look at him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so serious and scary. Anyway, yeah, so we were in the military together, and now we are teaching together, which is, I don't think that's ever happened before, like, ever. I think we are the first, so, like, you can give us a plaque or something, t-shirts, like thing 1, thing 2, something like that, it would work. Yeah, back to the regular vlog stuff. I just want to do a random interview of this guy, so that, you know, whenever you see, yeah, see, he didn't even know what we're doing. He didn't even know what we're doing. Yeah, he's gonna be in the video. He didn't even know it. Congratulations, you're a star now.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, there we go. So,
Hi, kids.
yeah, exactly. Because some students watch this, stop watching my stuff. All right, back to your. Yeah, I'm not rich. Stop telling them that. All right, we're out of here. That's a long week, but I enjoy it all the same. However, I do try to relax by going to my favorite places, but we'll save that for another video. Thanks for watching. I'm Dante. This is Dante Dakara. Until next time,